leaders. Thank you guys all so much for joining us here today. It is such an honor to spend our Friday with all of you, and we are really grateful that you took your time to come and be a part of this community and everything that we're doing, and to hear our amazing speaker and just all that we've got going on here. We're very, very grateful to all of you. So many of you know we've been doing Inspired Leaders for over 7 years now, which is insane to me that it's been going on for so long. A big round of applause. Let's go. 7 years is a long time. And it's been such an honor to do that. And I've said for so long, you know, we're just trying to do the best we can to like support what it is. It has taken on a life of its own. It has created this incredible community, and we're just trying to support it and keep it going and keep it meaningful for all of you as we continue to grow and to do everything that we're doing here. And when we started Inspired Leaders, it really came out of necessity for me. I used to be a teacher. I don't know if you guys all know that, but I quit my very safe teaching job to start our business, and it was terrifying. Did anybody else quit a safe job to do something that they really wanted to do? Yeah, it's real scary, okay? And, you know, I had a lot of questions, but we live in the best community to build a business and a life for yourself and your family. And part of that community is the networking and the people and how they want to support you and help you. And so I did just that. I went out and networked and I asked people for help. And so when we first started Inspired Leaders, it was very tactical. You know, how do you do marketing and how do you do this and how do you do that to run a business? But then it morphed, seriously, on its own, it morphed, and people were coming and sharing their stories. And they weren't just standing and sharing all the rah-rah of their success and how they know how to do everything or whatever. They were sharing the things that they've been through that are hard, the things that they've been through that made them not want to get out of bed the next day. But the shit that we go through in our lives. Sorry, Calvin, my little nephew's back there. But it's true. I mean, because we all do it. We all have things to navigate. We all have to get up when we don't want to and keep going when we don't want to. But if we do that, and we do that in pursuit of our life and our business and everything that we want in this world, we can keep going. And so our hope is that by hearing these speakers come and speak to you month after month, that you will be encouraged and you will be inspired to keep going on your journey and to not quit on a hard day. And to know that if you need to talk to somebody or you need to get support or ask questions for yourself personally or for your business, you are in a room filled with people that are willing to have those discussions with you and to be real and raw and vulnerable with you in pursuit of whatever is next for your life. So I hope that you get that and so much more out of being here today. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. So, thank you. If you can, silence your phones for the next hour, take a breath, let this be for you. If you need to take a call or text or anything like that, I totally understand. You're welcome to go back out into the lobby to do so. But if you can, just be here and be present for yourself and enjoy this. I promise we will get you out of here at 1 and you can get back to work. So Inspired Leaders is a nonprofit. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's a very new thing for us in the last year and a half. We are a nonprofit organization, which we're really excited about. And so we're able to do this event every month because of our sponsors, because of our speakers, because of the people that stand up and say, yes, I'm willing to help or I'm willing to participate in this. So if you scan that QR code, you're going to find all things Inspired Leaders. So wherever you do social media, we are there. You can also watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you miss an event, but you still want to see the speaker, you can catch us live online. You can also go to our website and to our YouTube and watch any of the past speakers for all of these years. All of their recordings are there, and you can watch them and be re-inspired by their story, or maybe get to know somebody that you haven't known before. Also, if you want to speak yourself, or if you know somebody that might want to speak, our application to start that process, you can access that link here on the QR code. And then if you want to sponsor this event, if you want to become a part of what it is that we're doing here, you can also apply to be a sponsor on that QR code. We could not do this without the people that stand up every single month and say, hey, I can, donate money and be a sponsor, or I can donate my time and take videos or photography and be a part of this. So If you want to be a part of that too, we would love to have you. And if you can't do that and you just want to make a donation to Inspired Leaders, there's a link to our Inspired Leaders Venmo as well. So if you're just like, hey, you know what? I want to give them a little bit of money to support what they're doing for this community, that opportunity is there. So everything that you need, Inspired Leaders, is on that QR code. I encourage you to get involved, to follow us, to like our things, to see all the photos of your beautiful faces every month, and to share it with all of your friends and family as well. So scan that QR code and stay in touch with us. All right, so I would be remiss to be in a room full of business owners and salespeople and not give you all an opportunity to do a drop and go commercial. So here at Inspired Leaders, we do things quickly. We want to be here for our speaker and hear her story, but I also want all of you to be able to get to know each other and to share a little bit about your business. So at Inspired Leaders, we do drop and go commercials. So 1 or 2 sentences maybe, and then we stop with a clap, all right? So if you are a sponsor, you know you can skip yourself because you're going to come up on stage and get to do your 30-second commercial. But David and Lance are going to help pass this microphone around so that you all have an opportunity to tell us who you are. So let me show you what a drop and go commercial looks like and do the clap. We're going to practice, and then we'll go from there, okay? My name is Elizabeth Griever. My company is Everson Cooper, and we are your as-is homebuyer. All right, come on, y'all. My name is Elizabeth Griever. My company is Everson Cooper, and we are your as-is homebuyer. Booyah, let's go.
You're the first contestant.
Chandra Webb. I'm the founder of Dr. Chandra Inspires, and we speak to those that are looking to pivot and go into the next chapter of their life.
Good morning. I'm Jackie Johnson. It's really not morning, is it? I'm with WFG National Title. We are the Wild Funny Girls, is what I'll say. And thank you very much.
Good morning, Lisa Schaefer with K&G Capital Mortgage. If you're looking to buy, sell, land or home, come see me.
Hi, folks. Darren Lee with Breakthrough. We're over at Metro Park, and we are booking fast for corporate team builders this holiday season.
Good morning. I'm Cameron, and I'm currently looking for new opportunities and everything. So,
Joseph James, recording artist, putting together an event next year in the Woodlands.
Hi, I'm Rebecca with Raven Building Performance. We do home and property inspections.
Elizabeth Spray. I do art and instruction as well, sculpture as well.
Hi, my name is Rachel Steffens with First Priority Title of Texas, and we do residential and commercial title insurance.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Smith. I'm with Realty of America.
Hi, I'm Sonu. I'm a realtor, and I'm also an author for a book for teenagers where I teach the teenagers how to invest in properties. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Zandawa. I'm your bilingual realtor with Better Homes and Gardens, and I help new home buyers, new constructions, and investment properties.
Hello, I'm April Ward. This is my 25th year of speaking technology to people that don't.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Jamie Marshall, Quality of Life Medical Center. If your back goes out more than you do, come see us.
I'm Aaron Marshall, her husband, and this is JJ. Please vote for him for Baby of the Year on our Facebook page.
My name is Calvin Musselman, and I go to SHSC Charter School.
Jennifer Casey. I'm the owner of the law office of Jennifer Casey here in the Woodlands, where we do family law, estate planning, and bankruptcy. And these are all of my amazing staff here with me.
Hey, I'm Larry Neal. I'm work in private equity, and my biggest passion is my children. I've got 50 children in Uganda, orphans, and real excited about that.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Dwayne Dr. Rock Johnson. I provide residential and commercial security. This is the month for thieving, season for thieving, October, November, December. Let's protect those properties. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. My name is Darrell Norris with Fresh Tech Solutions. We are a technology firm specializing in mobile app development and websites. So if your website sucks, you're in luck.
Hi, my name is Ella, and I have experience in financial services consulting and research, and I'm looking for a new opportunity.
I'm Seth King with Tracemark Impression, full service digital marketing.
Hi, I'm Tara Brown with Realty Texas. I'm your one-stop shop realtor.
I'm Elaine Roberts with Assisted Living Locators, and I link arms with families in the fourth quarter of the game of life and help find their loved one a care community.
Good afternoon, Robert Thompson, Thompson Law Firm, Wills, Trusts, and Tax Advising.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jay and my incredible wife, Maria, we're Dickey Law Group, and we do estate planning, probate, and business law.
Good afternoon. Steve Scott, business coach, co-creating pathways to accelerate the process of your successful performance.
I'm Courtney Guest. I'm with Embracing Hearts in Home Care. We are a non-medical home care caregiving agency. We can help with anything from daily activities to companion care.
William Giffen with Centric Wealth. We're a comprehensive wealth management firm specializing in creative planning and tax-free buckets of money.
Alan Cunningham, the Home Inspections Company. The name says it all.
Terry Weaver, writer-director of the new movie The Beast of Trinity, Texas. I'd like to invite you guys to see it with me in 2 weeks. Let me know after this, and I'll give you an invite.
Definitely what he said. Also, I'm a game show host with Your Game Show Place. If you want the absolute best experience for your group, family, team, whoever, and feel like you're on a real game show, come talk to me afterwards.
Bruce Keene, Southern Cross Communications, office phone systems that say, wow.
Good afternoon, Sherry Deal with the Kroger Company. We have your pumpkins and your Halloween treats.
My name is Alexander Lukyanenko. I'm working for oil industry. We're making special parts.
Hey, I'm Oliver with Social Indoor. I may be out of school, but I'm still working today.
Hi, I'm Heather with Social Indoor, and we have over 130 venue partners across Montgomery County.
I'm Ryan Tefelsky with Social Indoor, and I can make you famous.
I'm Joel Surmeyer, a local mortgage broker here in the Woodlands, Texas.
My name is Brian. I'm with Silver City Funding. I work for a private real estate lender here in the Woodlands. We finance any investment property, commercial, residential, and land.
I'm Camden Chancellor of Camden Chancellor Law Firm, and I'm actually looking for opportunities. I do civil litigation and corporate development.
Hi, I'm Stacy Cunningham. I'm with Capital Title here in Woodlands Research Forest. I've got my team, Brian Edsel and Cassie, with me today. We are your preferred title company.
Hi, everybody. I'm your nosy financial friend, and if you either don't have a plan or are anxious about the plan that you have, come see me after.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Taylor, Executive Director and founder of Triumphant Reentry Resources, where we carry the torch of second chances for those who've been incarcerated with resources, all the resources necessary.
What time is it, people? Mike Mogel, Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, making it shine, one office, and now one home at a time. Steam clean in your house.
What's up, y'all? My name is John Wagner. I own Y Electric. We're a full-service turnkey electrical contractor for Harris County and North Harris County and Montgomery County.
Hello again, everybody. I am Joey O'Neill. I own Alley Pest Control, residential and commercial, and we'll get them all with just a call.
And I'm Allie of Allie Pest Control.
Hey, everybody. My name is Sean Steinman. I'm with the Alley Pest Control. If you've got bugs, we've got what it takes to get rid of them.
Hi, I'm Diana with Classy Closets, custom closets, pantries, offices, and more right next door.
Frank Fuss, Life Coaching. I take my clients from Eeyore to Thor, from good to great, and from frustration to celebration.
All right, did we get everybody? Oh, got one more.
My name is Timo Paz. I'm a prayers warrior, and I pray for all of you guys to have a great networking today.
Did we miss anybody? Oh, we got one more person that just came in.
Hi, I'm Leslie, founder of Less of Me Ministries, an online community for women who want to journey together towards holiness.
Anybody else? Did we miss anybody? All right, I'm David McGuffin of Space City Payments. We're your local merchant services broker.
All right, thank you guys all so much for sharing your businesses with us. If you are a sponsor of Inspired Leaders, please come up and join me on this stage. You guys, we could not do this event every month without these amazing sponsors. Everything that we do here at Inspired Leaders is completely funded by these wonderful people and all of the volunteers that help us make this possible. So I really encourage you to get to know our sponsors. Just go get coffee with them. They are the best people in the world, and they will help support you in your business. So sponsors, as a reminder, you get 30 seconds. There's a timer on the screen. I ask you to please watch it, Rankin. Also, come speak into the light so we can see your pretty faces, and then pass the microphone down. This is fantastic. All right, starting with you.
Okay, I'll be careful what I say today. We've got a lot of lawyers in here. So I'm Cody Foster. I own That One Painter. We are the best painter in town. Hopefully I can say that. For us, we do interior, exterior painting, any kind of painting. We are the one that you want to have in your house. We don't come to your house and explode a paint bomb like some painters do. We go in and fix a lot of houses that's already happened. So if you're looking for excellent painting done well on budget, call That One Painter.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dawn Candy. My company is I Promote You, and I am your strategic marketing consultant, promotional products, and corporate apparel. But I want to tell you about an event tomorrow from 4 to 6 at Serenity Sips. Hands of Justice is hosting Overcomers Open Mic. So if you like to hear stories, poetry, any kind of artistry, please come out and support our survivors. Dawn Candy, Hands of Justice, and I Promote You.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Randy Lovelace, Paragon Independent Insurance Agencies. We are an independent agency offering home, auto, boats, motorcycles, all those big boy and girl toys and things that everybody has. We like to think, well, no, I don't like to think. I know that we are very nice and personable, and we ask questions, and we will answer those questions. Even if you don't like it, but we will answer it. But Randy Lovelace, Paragon Independent Insurance, giving you peace of mind because we are covering your assets.
Morning, folks. Kevin Williams. You know me as the realtor in the fedora, but I have a ministry for homeless people. I sell them houses. I'm here in support and just in awe for what Elizabeth and Andy have done with Inspired Leaders. I think it's just the greatest thing, and it's so good to see this room full of talented people. If you have any real estate needs or have questions, give me a ring. Kevin Williams. I'm in your phone. Just ask the Google, hey, Google, who is that realtor in the fedora? And it'll connect us. Cheers.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here today. Thank you for my team for coming out. My name is Cassie Chapman. I'm with Capital Title here in the Woodlands, but that does not mean I covered the Woodlands. That means I cover the entire state. So with over 170 locations, we go where you grow, and we're here to service your residential, commercial, development, investor, all of those things. And that's all, y'all. Reach out to me, y'all.
I'm Mike Navolio with Kilimanjaro Clean Water Climb. We just got back from our 15th annual, also established in 2011, Mr. Painter. So it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So since 2011, Clean Water climbers have raised over $5 million benefiting over 4,000 water wells. And that was, I should be holding this up here, sorry, benefiting over 7 million people. So join us. I'm having a meeting at my home at the end of the month. So.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you were in your QuickBooks file doing the bookkeeping, and how long did you spend? Was it 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours? What if you were using that time to work on your business? Our team at Better Bookkeepers takes over those day-to-day accounting tasks so you can do like what you actually enjoy and focus on that business. Again, I'm Melanie Davis with Better Bookkeepers. Let you get your life back.
Hey guys, I'm Rankin Peters Music. Holiday time is coming quick. I could put together anything that you need in your office or your house or whatever. Music makes the event. But what I want to tell you too is my buddy Terry Weaver there has made this amazing movie, October 25th at the AMC on 99 and something. We can talk to Terry. But if you want to see me act, come see it. Hey, I got to be in it, write a song for it, and it's terrific. You guys will really enjoy it. It's a new Texas cult film, The Beast of Trinity, Texas. Thanks, you guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick Plunk with Plunk Productions. I'm a videographer, producer, editor. If you need help with videoing anything, I'd love to help you. If you need help with editing anything, I'd love to help you. If you just need help planning a video shoot, I would love to take that headache from you because it can be stressful. Just recently, I even came in, went into someone's office, gave them a green screen setup, helped them get a green screen setup. I didn't provide the green screen, okay? I helped set them up with the right lighting, the right mic, so that they can film their own stuff and then send it to me to give them a final polished product. I can do that as well. Nick Plunk, Plunk Productions.
Hey, Inspired Leaders, Lance Kelly. I'm with the Business Solutions Group. We are a healthcare brokerage focused on individual and small group healthcare insurance needs, medical, dental, accident, disability, whatever the business needs to protect its greatest asset, its people. It's fourth quarter. We've gotten our 11 funded rates. They are compelling, guys. Definitely quote it. We'd love to have that conversation, quote it so you can see, just have an idea. Lance with the Business Solutions Group. If you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your sickness. Plan accordingly.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? My name is Darnell Kimball Jr. with Darnell Jr. Productions. I am your photographer, but I like to take the next 20 seconds and give a round of applause for Elizabeth and Andy, just to appreciate them. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to speak, and this is awesome. So Darnell Jr. Productions, if you ever need pictures, headshots, anything, I'm here for you guys. Darnell Jr. with Darnell Jr. Productions.
Give our sponsors a huge round of applause. I am so grateful for these wonderful people. They are why we are able to be here. I really, truly encourage you to get to know each and every one of them. They would love to go get coffee with you, help support you. And then, of course, if you guys can do business together, do that. But please get to know them. They are amazing. And I just realized I forgot my clicker. Wait, my clicker. Sorry. All right. So thank you guys so much for sharing your businesses with us and supporting Inspired Leaders. We could not be here without you. All right, so I am really excited to introduce our speaker to you guys today. If you've been with Inspired Leaders for a long time, you actually saw her about 5 years ago, right before the world shut down. And she shared her story with us when we were at a completely different location and a much smaller group of people. And now we are so honored to have her come back and speak to us today. This is a woman that I admire, I am honored to know, and I'm really excited and humbled that she's here to share her story with you. So please help me welcome Sahar Paz.
Happy Friday. So good to see all of you here. I'm going to start with a question. What's one sentence that's changed your life? Because sometimes it doesn't take a whole story, just a one-sentence story. Something like, we should get a dog. And now your home smells like peanut butter treats and you have more chew toys than you have furniture. Or you have somewhere really important to be with your beloved and they say, I know a shortcut. Now you're in a neighborhood you didn't know existed, you can't find your way out, and even though you left early, you're still showing up late. Or maybe you're on a Zoom call and you just have your most brilliant introduction, kind of like the ones we just heard, but somebody says, hey, you're still on mute. One sentence, and there goes your brilliance, lost in that silence. It's all it takes sometimes to change our day, change our mood, or maybe even your perspective. Like when a mentor says, you're just not ready. Or when your partner looks at you lovingly and says, we're going to figure this out together. Or maybe you go to the doctor and they say, we found something. One sentence, that's all it takes. So what's one sentence that's still echoing in your head? Maybe it made you laugh. Maybe it broke your heart. Maybe it pushed you forward. I want you to hold on to that one sentence and think about it. Because we're going to be talking about the power of these one sentences and how the ones we choose to live by can really shift and change our experience. And by experience, I mean those small decisions you're making day in and day out that lead up to how you conduct yourself that week or that month or that whole life. One of those sentences for me was, I am the shero of this story. That's the heartbeat of my first book, Find Your Voice. It's a memoir. The last time I was here with Inspired Leaders, I was talking about that book. And the message is, we have an inner voice, and it's bossing around our emotions, and it's inspiring our actions. And whether you know it or not, you are constantly in this loop, thinking, feeling, acting, thinking, feeling, acting. Owning your voice was something that came from Find Your Voice, because that one line, I am the shero or the hero of this story, resonated with a lot of professionals. For them, it meant creating a personal brand. So I started Own Your Voice strategy firm. I rented out the Greater Houston Partnership. Here's the wild thing. That one sentence gave me one idea. I had a one-day conference, and I haven't had to promote my business since that day in 2018. And then a few years later came another sentence, one that nearly stopped me in my tracks. You have breast cancer. Shout out to the nice round head. Who knew? I'm gonna rewind to 6 months before that time. It was April 2021. I found a lump in my right armpit. Own Your Voice was booming. I had so many clients that I was maxed out. I had more on the wait list. I just became a first-time homeowner, checking things off the life goal list. I'm happy, I'm fulfilled. And I was really proud to say this one sentence: I'll never get sick. So to find a lump, have to prioritize my health, was not something I was used to doing, but I did. I went into my primary care physician. She said, we need to get a mammogram, figure out what else is going on in that area. So I did it. I went and got the mammogram. A few days later, I went in and I got the results. And I'll be honest with you, I was too busy to be afraid, and I was still holding on to that sentence. I never get sick. They said, things are looking suspicious. We'd like to do a biopsy. They handed me a stack of papers. Looked like it just came from a printer that ran out of toner. I'm like, what am I supposed to take away from this? What is it exactly? They said, well, don't take any aspirin, don't wear any deodorant or lotion in the area of the biopsy. Got it, no problem. I show up a few weeks later for the biopsy, and guess what? I get turned away. 2 days before, I'd taken an Aleve. I didn't know that was a blood thinner, and I couldn't have taken it. So I gotta wait another 3 weeks to go get the biopsy. 3 weeks goes by, didn't take an Aleve. I get in, they do it. I gotta wait another 2 weeks to get the results, and I come back just to find out it's inconclusive. So as you can imagine, anxiety's up, frustration's up, and I'm looking for another treatment team. I need to get this biopsy done. This thing in my armpit is just growing. So I go to another hospital. I meet a breast surgeon that I really like. She's responsive, answers all my questions. I'm like, yes, we're gonna do this. The day before my biopsy, get a message in our portal, and it says, you need to call and reschedule. The surgeon's no longer with the hospital. So I called to reschedule my biopsy, and the person on the phone was way more interested with the one-line story that I had been told over the portal. So did they say that the surgeon quit or retired or was fired? That's the thing about these one-sentence stories. Sometimes they distract us from what's really important. So here I am, once again, looking for another treatment team. Somebody, just please do this biopsy. I need some answers. It's about 6 months since I initially found that lump. Get the biopsy done, guys. Woo! I go into the doctor's office, and I'm told I have stage 3B breast cancer. For a moment, I was like, all right, at last, I got an answer. But that moment was fleeting, was fast. After that, I felt frozen. Everything sounded like it was underwater. The doctor was just like, wah, 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 wah. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I felt frozen. In my mind, I started going through all the traumatic experiences that I had been up to in my life. I didn't ask, why did I get breast cancer? I didn't ever ask that. I knew why. A few weeks before, a childhood friend of mine sent me this book, The Body Keeps the Score. Her and I went through a war and a revolution together in our childhood. And in our adult life, we'd say, oh, logically, I know I'm safe, we're doing great. But emotionally, I feel like I'm in survival. In hindsight, I was still in fight or flight. I didn't know that. In this book, they talk about people with traumatic experiences often get papillary diseases. My first diagnosis, papillary carcinoma. So I was frozen. I was moving slow. My loved ones were like, "You're way too calm. Like, what's going on with you?" The reality is, as a cancer patient, you're gonna go through these things: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And as the people who love the patients, you're gonna go through those too, but just in a different way, at a different time. So if you have somebody who's dealing with a diagnosis or some traumatic event and they're really defensive, they're probably in a fight mode. If they're scheduling a bunch of things and inundating themselves with a lot of data and a lot of overstimulation, they're probably in a flight mode. Maybe they were like me, kind of in disbelief, moving slowly, a little too calm for your liking. Their nervous system is frozen. Or they're fawning, meaning they're saying yes to everything. Even if they used to be a people pleaser and you know them as such, they just keep saying yes, 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 they're in a fawn mode. So that's something that we go through, not just as patients, but also as caregivers. So here I am, I know that I have breast cancer, and I was given a treatment plan. And I went to see 2 doctors, and they gave me the exact same treatment plan. But one team said, do chemo or die. Die? Let's take a break, pump your brakes, it's too early. Like, give my body a chance to fight. I don't want to hear that D word. And then I went to another team that was a lot more creative and a lot more empathetic. Here's something I've learned. Healthcare is not black and white. In the book, Find Your Voice, when we talk about the way we think, this voice is called black and white Betty or black and white Bob. When we think all or nothing, win or lose. There's a lot of space between that. And I grew up with a mom. She's a prayer warrior today, but back in those days, she was a wound care nurse. So I used to hear her on the phone all the time with the surgeons talking about wounds. Maybe it was after a surgery, after a motorcycle accident, or maybe 3rd-degree burn. And it was never the same answer. Or I'd come home and we have all these steaks lined up on the counter. I'm like, yes, steak tonight. No, these are for the wound vac and for her to experiment on this new ointment or that new ointment. So at the hospital, they would call her MacGyver. I don't know if you remember that TV show. My nickname for her is Momgyver. I learned from her that healthcare can be creative. And so I went with the team that was creative and that didn't use the D word, wasn't saying that I was on death's door. And the first step was a week after my 42nd birthday. We're gonna do a surgery, put the port in so that I can start chemotherapy. So I said, you know what? I'm celebrating my life. I'm celebrating this birthday. And I want the people I love the most around me. And here's the funny thing. Before cancer, I would have never rented a beach house, asked my best friend to come from Florida, asked my cousin to come from another town. That would have never been me. Cancer helped put me on the list. And so I did. Got that beautiful beach house. I got a Polaroid camera, and I also bought a casting kit to cast my body as I knew her. We laughed, we cried, we enjoyed the salt air and the sea waves, and we celebrated my birthday. But we also knew that it was a farewell party to the Sahar we knew up to that point, to the body that had carried me that far, and to the story that was about to change forever. But I was pretty dedicated, and I was determined. I was not gonna let cancer be the author of my life. I did not want to hear that C word over and over and over again. Nope. I didn't want to hear death. I didn't want to hear cancer. So I named my 2 masses Thelma and Louise. It was a hit. I go into the doctor's office and say, how's Thelma doing? The nurses would be like, how's Louise holding up? That language gave me power. Humor gave me my strength back. Every Wednesday, I'd go to the infusion center for chemotherapy. And I'd say, all right, let's give Thelma and Louise their eviction notice. We'd laugh, and we'd get to work. I was scheduled for 14 rounds of chemotherapy. About halfway through, Thelma in my armpit, the edges were softening at first, but that stopped. And there was pain, and there was heat, and there was itching, and there was this voice, this one sentence that kept coming up. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. So I went to my oncologist, that creative oncologist that I wanted to work with. I said, hey, Something's not feeling right. It's itching, it's hot, pain's coming back. She said, okay, let's try this other chemotherapy. Are you willing to do a few more sessions with me? Sure, let's do it. We did it. And guess what? All those feelings I was feeling persisted. That one sentence that kept repeating got louder. And also, Thelma was the size of a cutie. I couldn't even put my arm down. Yeah, that face you're making is totally how I felt. So I went back to her and I said, hey, I don't know, we need an ultrasound. We need to check this out. It's not working. So they did an ultrasound the day I was supposed to get chemo, and I spoke up and asked not to. And I waited in the hospital. I wanted to hear face-to-face, like, what's going on with my body. And they came back and they told me a sentence that changed my perspective forever. They said, you're right. You know your body really well. I'm a person who lived life above the shoulders, stuck in my head all the time. I'm sure a lot of you could relate. We're intellectuals, we're planners, we're thinking about all the things on our to-do list. And so for me to have this relationship with my body, to feel her even though it didn't feel good, to listen to my intuition and trust it and to speak up on her behalf, made me really, really proud, gave me a lot of joy. So I held on to that for the next 2 years, and I finished my treatment step by step, surgery after surgery, until Thelma and Louise went off that cliff, and my story, my cancer story, ended with them. But here's the thing nobody tells you. That's when the real work begins. You don't go back to life as normal after a diagnosis like that. I was asking myself, who am I now without this story? What story am I going to write next? That's not just a cancer story. That's a leadership story. Every one of you is looking down at the horizon and thinking, what's shifting? What's coming? How do we pivot? Am I ready? Is my marketing ready? Or is my team ready? Right? All of us are doing that. Words create worlds. All of you have been handed those one lines. The narratives we accept becomes the future we live. We just landed our biggest client, could be a line you landed. The market has shifted. We need to figure something out. So for me at this point, I knew I'm tired. I'm tired of managing my business, managing my body, and managing this household. I need a change. So I decided I'm going to hit pause on Own Your Voice and go work for somebody else. So what I did is, instead of being in the doctor's office several times a day, a week, is now I was in office working for somebody else. Guys, guess what I was working on? A medical device that diagnosed cancer. I thought it would be empowering to go and learn and work on the side that's helping people be diagnosed. But I was that same person that didn't want to hear the C word, and now I'm literally creating entire marketing campaigns all about cancer, all about the stats of metastases and mortality rates. This is the thing. I knew my body was listening. I could feel the stress rising. And science tells us that what we think affects our physical body. It can weaken our immune system, cause inflammation, change how our cells function. In other words, the stories we say aren't just in our head, they're also in our body. So I decided after 9 months of being there and feeling my stress rise and feeling my fear rise that I need to resign. I can't do this. On my very last day of work, go to Mom's house, and we're talking about my next steps and maybe getting Own Your Voice back up. And I get a call from the doctors. You see, I had had scans right prior to leaving. And they said this one sentence story: the cancer is back. And this time, it was stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. I was a veteran now, so I'm not in fight or flight. I'm not in freeze or fawn. I am present in this moment. And I began to think and believe this body that got sick has the power to be well. So what are my choices? It's November of 2023 when I got that one line. So I did all the scans, all the labs, all the genetic testing that I could, and I began to look for different hospitals and treatment plans that I could go to. I walked into one doctor's office. She was in her 40s like me, and she said, well, we're gonna retire together. And I thought, 20 more years in this clinic with you? I'm out of here. Talk about one line that kills the deal. I'm good. Walk into another oncologist's office, and he says, statistically, you have 2 to 5 years left to live. I thought, no, that's not going to be my story. I kept searching. So now it wasn't about a creative or empathetic treatment team. It was one that could find hope in my body, in my diagnosis. And I found that treatment team. And I went to treatment. But this time, it wasn't just about going to the hospital and coming home. I had 40 plus steps that I had to do every day. So in project management mode, I created a spreadsheet and I printed it out. And I don't know about you, but I love crossing things off. Sometimes I'll just write it down just to cross it off, like, yeah, we did that. What a productive day. So I had my spreadsheet, 40 steps a day, check. Vitamin D under your tongue, first thing you wake up, before you even brush your teeth, check. Another check was doing near infrared light therapy, check. Another one was a hydrogen inhaler, 3 hours a day, check, check, check. But every check I did with fear and doubt. Did I make the right decision? Is this gonna work for me? And guess what? 6 months later, I went to get scans and the fear won. The cancer had progressed. In that moment, I said, that's it. What I believe, what I'm feeding my mind, what I'm feeding my body, what I'm feeding my cells is so important. I have to believe this. So this one sentence story became something I repeated. I am the medicine. I became a certified somatic practitioner to learn how to reset my nervous system so that it could receive all the medicine. I became certified in breath work so I could speak the language of my body, and I taught myself how to meditate. Every day I would repeat, you are healed, you are whole. And I did that for 6 months. Now it's February of this year, and I'm going back for scans. And I have to tell you that every time I did those checks, I did so with faith, with love, and with gratitude. It was no longer something I had to do, this list that I'm so overwhelmed with. Look at my life. I remained the hero of that story. It was something I got to do. I romanticized those rituals, and they became a reflection of radical self-love. So now, February 2025, I'm back. I'm getting an ultrasound and a PET scan. If you've ever been in a position where you have to get scans all the time, you get real used to the process. What is it gonna sound like, smell like, and in some cases, taste like? For me, in the ultrasound, I knew they were gonna put some gel, what I like to call goop, on you, and you're hoping it's warmed up. Then they got the wand, and they're gonna go around, and you're hoping they don't press too hard, and then they got this button that they push. They wanna take a picture of the affected area so they can measure it, take it to the doctor. Do we need to switch up the treatment plan? So I get into the room, and the goop is on my chest, and it's warmed up. So far, we're winning. So he's searching around, and he's not pushing that button. He's not taking a picture. Here in my armpit, looking at the lymph nodes, moves over to my breastbone, down to my liver, and again, up here, pressing harder, over here, down. And then he said, it was over here, right? I said, yeah. And then here, I said, that's right. He looks at me and says, I don't see anything. I was like, you don't see anything? He said, no, what have you been doing? I said, rewriting the story, resetting my nervous system, learning how to meditate. With goop on my chest, I'm sitting up, I'm hugging him, he's hugging me, and we're having a great time. Here's the reality. Medicine is so important, but so is what you feed your mind and your body. Your mind is always listening. Your body is always taking notes. Some of these are in backwards, okay. So what I learned through this whole process is the challenges that we go through become the threads of the life that we're weaving. These are the threads that connect pain to purpose, survival into service, fear into faith. If I had never written Find Your Voice and been so willing to talk about the traumatic upbringing of my life, I would have never understood the workbook that comes from it, which is cognitive behavior. What am I thinking? How do my emotions form? And how do my actions come from that? That emotional intelligence gave me a lot of strength in my journey. Without Find Your Voice, there would never be Own Your Voice, where 90% of my clients are healthcare innovators. Since 2018, I've been working with researchers and clinicians and doctors and the new things they're developing. I'm putting science into layman's terms. So much that my doctors would say, do you work in healthcare? you're asking questions most patients don't ask. You know this on a deeper level. If I was never that communications executive that got the cancer diagnosis, I wouldn't be a patient advocate I am today. I'm the bridge between you and your healthcare providers, making sure they're communicating in a way you understand, making sure that you know that your voice speaking up in the doctor's office is one of the greatest data points for your treatment plan. If I wouldn't have done all that, House of Paz wouldn't exist. That is now my platform, where I believe there are 3 pillars to preventative care and healing. First, the words, those sentences that we live by, that emotional healing. Emotions get stuck in the nook and crannies of our body and create inflammation. Or wellness, how can we take care of our physical body in real simple ways, like stop drinking coffee on an empty stomach, creating an acidic body that leads to inflammation. Inflammation is disease in its most purest form. Or can you take 3 breaths before you eat so you can let your body know it's time to rest and digest? It kicks up the enzymes in your gut so you can get all that nourishment. And finally, the last pillar of wonder. Creativity and spirituality are medicine, right? So I have my scans coming up in the new year. I fully expect to hear 1-sentence story. No evidence of disease. I'll definitely keep you posted. So I'm wondering if you'll trust me for 10 to 15 seconds. I want you to uncross your legs, uncross your arms. Hands can go anywhere. You can put them on your lap. You can put them anywhere you want, on your stomach. I'm going to close my eyes, and I hope you do too. Let's soften our eyebrow. Can you unclench your jaw? Can you let the tongue fall from the roof of your mouth? You inhale into your belly, inhale into your chest, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale belly, inhale chest, exhale. Last time. Inhale belly, inhale chest, and exhale. Repeat to your body. I love you, dear body. I love you, dear body. You can open your eyes. 1 breath, 1 sentence, 1 belief. That's how transformation begins. Thank you so much.
Sahar, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you for the work that you did to get to all of this, and thank you for sharing your wisdom. It was very impactful to me, and I'm sure it was impactful to many others. So I'm very grateful to you. Thank you so much. Welcome. It's such an honor to get to do this and to get to learn about people and their stories and the depths to which we all live our lives and the things that we go through. And it's just really just such an honor to have people like you to come up here and share with a bunch of strangers that you don't even know and share your story with them. So thank you for that. So you guys, please come back next month and see Miss Deborah Myers. She is going to be our speaker for November, and we are so thrilled to have her. So same place, 11:30 to 1, second Friday of the month. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you right to our Facebook page, and you can just RSVP going. You can share it with family and friends. You are always welcome to invite somebody to come, and please join us. So thank you all so much for spending your Friday here with us. Please say hello to Sahar and get to know her. Stick around, network, take photos, post them online, and come back again next month to join us. So thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful weekend.